gonna hear us laughing.
Hello. I'm going to give a speech today about school uniforms in grades K through 8th grade. So that's just the elementary and the middle school students, okay?
Alright.
This is how we start. Growing up in the South, I was always able to wear what I wanted to wear to school. With only having about 500 people, high school and middle school combined, there wasn't a lot of dress code violations within our school. After graduating and moving to Atlanta, I started hearing about more like middle schoolers and elementary school students ending up in trouble with gang relations, bringing guns to school, stuff like that. So I just wanted to see what could I do to help that, and I feel like school uniforms might be, a part of that. So what I would like to do, my thesis for today is if we start early to fight against gang violence in grades K through 8, will we prevent and save lives from gang violence in the world? Today I would like to propose a proposition for you all. If we introduce school uniforms, could this be starting to make a change with gang violence in our younger students? School uniforms will also benefit families financially as well as better grades and of course help with fight against gang violence in school. In an article written in the New York Times, it is said to believe that schools in low-budget area children are 42% more likely to be involved in gang violence by the time they are 18. With hearing that, I know you are thinking that the problem is more in the neighborhood and not with what they are wearing, but what if it is? What if those living in these bad neighborhoods are already introduced to gang activity with the older crowd that they're hanging out with, or as well as older siblings? Students of different gangs don't affiliate with other gang members, but if they didn't know, then it wouldn't matter correctly. As seeing like students sit with the red on and then seeing other students with blue on, how are we supposed to stop that? How do we know to prevent that? How do we stop them from doing that? And as financial standpoint, if you're only buying school uniforms, then you don't have to spend as much money as the styles change, because as we can see, styles change seasonal. So every season you're going out spending money, and that money can be in your pocket to help you with other household items that you may need.
Save me some money then.
Exactly. I also noticed that students are starting to learn their colors at the age of 4. So they know the difference between blue. They know the difference between orange. They know the difference between yellow. Also at the age of 4, they're starting to be more independent as far as dressing themselves. If they have an older influence there telling them like, hey, you better not wear this color, or hey, you better not wear that color, then they're more likely not to wear that color ever. And that's how gang violence are brought into the younger school districts. Better grades. If no one's worrying about what they have on, then everyone's focused on their schoolwork. No one's being bullied for not having the nicest shoes. No one's being bullied for having holes in their shirt, because everyone is in one school uniform, so everyone looks the same. Everyone is focused on just their schoolwork, and I feel like that will better them. Like that will help them in general with just learning what they need to learn so they can go further with their education. In my opinion, I believe school uniforms will greatly benefit schools in the Atlanta area. School uniforms will help the cause of gang violence, which is our main concern, but also with grades as well as financial stability within the household. If you accept the proposal, imagine the lives you will be saving. It is true it's going to take more than just school uniforms to completely stop gang violence in schools, but every little bit counts. If we start somewhere, then we are already doing our parts. No child should have to worry about getting beat up because of the color of his shirt. He should not have to be bullied because his shoes are not as nice as someone else is in his class. I'm hoping that my speech encouraged you to make a difference in your own community. I hope it inspired you to step out and save our future doctors and lawyers from this sad case of gang violence in our communities.
It really did.
Yay!